Are you experiencing your divine masculine not coming back to you? Doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter what you say, they just don't come back. If this is your case, stay with me and I'll be sharing why the divine masculine is not coming to you. And stay until the end because I will be sharing what you can do to actually change this situation. Welcome to our channel. We are Twin Flames Embrace. I am Deborah, certified ascension coach and married and in harmonious union with my twin flame Paco. And of course, I'm here to share all about it, why the divine masculine is not coming back to you, why are they not committing to you. So let's get clear. Why is the divine masculine not coming back to you? Why are they not communicating or committing to you? What is going on over there? What is happening? I know this is a question that many of us have experienced. Yes, I include myself because I had that too. And what can we do about it? So stay until the end of the video. I will be sharing with you a few tips that you can start implementing to help you turn the situation around and actually start experiencing your divine masculine coming back to you. So let's get clear. What are we talking about when we speak about the divine masculine in the context of a twin flame journey? So we are basically talking about the masculine principle and how the masculine interacts with the world. It's pretty different as how the divine feminine does it. And how the divine masculine interacts is in a very proactive way. It's in a very engaging way with the external reality, with the external world, as opposed to the divine feminine, who is a more receptive energy. So I don't want to get too much into this because we have already a specific video about the divine feminine and divine masculine energies, but I still wanted to give a little reminder of this with the polarities, because sometimes we as divine feminines are kind of expecting our divine masculines to act or behave in a certain way, and we get really frustrated when that doesn't happen. So that actually adds fuel to the fire instead of helping us actually reach that conclusion of being together and having harmony in the relationship and being able to cultivate that connection. And while both twin flames play a very special role, a very specific role in the union, how they go about the journey can look different. So again, it's important to understand that the divine masculine, even if they are very active in their endeavors, in how they relate to other people and of course to their twin flame, their divine feminine, they also are just individuals who need space to process their own feelings and their own emotions and experiences. And the divine masculine can go about this in many different ways that again might not fulfill the expectations of us divine feminines, but that's okay. I feel like this is a learning process for both parties to help each other come to that place where they can connect with themselves first, and of course bring this to the table when it comes to cultivating that relationship together and moving forward in the same direction. And how the divine masculine goes about this can, as we said, look very different, but one of the most common factors that I've been observing in my years as an ascension coach and as a member of a twin flame community myself is that sometimes the divine masculine just needs their space. It's nothing personal. Maybe they are going through something very challenging for them. It's also something that they can be struggling with, the fact that they don't know how to reach out and ask for help. And I feel like here the divine feminine holds a lot of power in the sense of when she's able to just be cool, be chill, and invite compassion, invite that space for them to connect with those feelings, it makes it even easier. So what you may be experiencing with your divine masculine not contacting you, not coming back to you, is that they may be in this space where they feel they have to kind of go at whatever they are experiencing and try to kind of fix it or deal with it on their own instead of knowing how to partner with you, which is something that is also culturally taught to them in a sense. We still are moving through these beliefs of the man has, the divine masculine has to go about it and figure it out himself instead of actually leaning on his divine feminine to help him move through the uncomfortable feelings or challenges that he may be experiencing as a person. And there's also a deeper meaning, and we are gonna get to that, of why is he not coming back, and I'm gonna be talking about this in a moment. But first I wanted to make sure that I get this point across, because this is something that I see very often in the twin flame community, especially from the divine feminines, and I don't blame you guys. I was there. I got triggered in this place of trying to kind of like run after them and trying to get them to talk to me, and this wasn't quite working out. We all kind of like as people just need sometimes our space to process things. The more we expect them to act in a certain way and we place those expectations, we actually communicate those expectations and try to force them into communicating to us in a very specific way. Otherwise they are either not our twin flames, or we want to convince ourselves that we are kind of like putting a boundary from this place of peace, meanwhile we are really extremely upset with them. None of this is really gonna help you guys come closer. It actually will build either more resentment, or your divine masculine is not gonna feel like that he can relax in your presence. Because like if you're constantly asking something of him that he's not there yet, that he doesn't feel ready for, how can he feel safe with you? And men are also very sensitive beings. Just because they have like a thicker exterior, like this tough exterior, doesn't mean that they don't go through things. And I feel like this is very helpful as divine feminines, when we can actually take a step back and allow them that space to move through whatever they need to move through. And that's something that I experienced in my union with Paco as well. Sometimes he just needs to blow off steam. It's not personal with me, it has nothing to do with me. And instead of trying to place expectations on how he should be there for me, maybe it's just about me doing my best to just move through it. What do you need? How can I support you? And I'm just sharing this, and I am stressing this point so that you, divine feminines watching this, can actually take a healthier approach to your communication with your twin flame, to your union. Otherwise it becomes this kind of like nagging energy that they don't really like, actually that pushes them away rather than closer to you, which is exactly what you want. And this takes me to the next point, which is a lot of the times we see in twin flame communities and social media that the divine masculine is not ready for the relationship, and we kind of place that responsibility or issues on them. But something that I always like to do in my videos is going back to basics and reminding that twin flames are a mirror of each other. They are created to help each other look into these places where there are false beliefs about yourself, about the world, about love, that without that mirror would be more difficult to actually become aware of and be able to look at them, that we can address them and cultivate bringing more love into this place. And how bringing that love looks like, I'm going to be sharing, of course, a little bit more about that when we share the tips at the end of the video. So this that you are perhaps reading in other twin flame web pages, or even seeing or hearing in other YouTube videos about the topic, is that, oh, you're experiencing lack of communication, or them drifting away from you, or emotionally withdrawing. This is not just on the divine masculine, but they are showing you something that it's in your union, because you are created as one, you work as a team. You are just two individuals, but you're part of the same one soul. So whenever your twin flame is showing you any of these, let's say, symptoms, you can always go back to yourself and ask yourself, what is this situation showing me? Let's suppose that your twin flame is emotionally becoming unavailable. Okay, what is this showing me? We are so used to, when we come to this journey, to look on the outside, to look to the external, to believe that our twin flame is an individual that is completely unrelated to us on a deeper level, that we tend to believe that it's just on them. They are not ready. They are not feeling their feelings. They are not doing the inner work. And meanwhile, the divine feminine is like doing all the work. But that's not exactly true, and it's a train of thought or a belief that actually doesn't help you come closer to your union, but rather, again, creates more separation and, like we said before, more resentment towards your divine masculine. So again, this is an important question that you can ask yourself whenever you find yourself in this situation. What is this person, what is the person that I'm exploring, if they are my twin flame, effectively showing me, or they are withdrawing emotionally? Okay, if my twin flame functions as a mirror, how can I get clear if it's not me who is getting emotionally unavailable with myself because maybe I am not connecting to what I truly feel about a situation? And this is the process of inner healing that we've been sharing about in the channel when we mention the mirror exercise of the teachings of union, and you can of course ask more about it or find more information in the links below. So let's get clear. What can we do when we find ourselves in this situation then? What are the active steps that we can start implementing to help us move from my twin flame is not doing this, they are not connecting with me, he's not coming back, to they are opening up little by little, they are coming closer, I am seeing changes, I am seeing my union become manifest. And what you can do during this, let's call separation phase that you are moving through, and I put it in quotes because that is just the external experience that you are having of seeing this separation as if it was real. This is a separation that you believe inside of you to be true, and therefore it manifests. But when you start cultivating with these tools, and of course with the tools that we share in the channel, you can start to erode that old belief, that way of seeing yourself separate of your twin flame, and instead seeing that you are always in union, you are always in communication. It doesn't matter what you're moving through, it doesn't matter if you're talking, it doesn't matter if there's upset, blocks, challenges. These are just there to guide you deeper in seeing that connection first within yourself. So I'll be sharing with you just 3 tips. Keep it simple. You can always go back to this. You can also watch the other videos. We have a lot of tools to share with you to help you come into union with your twin flame and find harmony in that relationship. So let's get started with the tip number 1. And the first one is cultivating and practicing self-love. This is something that can sound quite foreign for many of you watching this video. It was certainly foreign to me. But cultivating self-love means that you start to place all this focus and energy on you, and you draw attention to what are your passions, your hobbies, what does feel good to you, what doesn't feel good to you, what are your projects, your dreams, your desires, what honors you best. And I understand you may be coming to me and saying, Deb, I have this question. If I start focusing on myself, how can I know that my twin flame is not gonna disappear, go away? Well, remember that I told you you are one? That means that if you place your attention on yourself and your twin flame is your mirror, are they gonna come back? Are they gonna go away? So as you see, self-love is a very important practice. It's kind of like the cornerstone of the twin flame journey. This is what the journey is actually meant for, is to drive you closer to yourself and to cultivating that relationship with yourself, first within, and then you will see this union reflected on the outside. That's exactly how it worked for me and Paco. That's exactly how I manifested having my twin flame in my reality, by just placing the focus on what I wanted to do, what felt good to me, what were my needs, and basically, like I said, what felt good to me. The second tip is finding spiritual practices. These vary, they can go from a wide range of practices or exercises. Some lean on meditations, some lean on affirmations, some lean on some particular religious rituals, depending on where you're coming from. How we do it on our journey, Paco and I have embraced, like I said, the teachings of union and the mirror exercise as our main spiritual practice to help us resolve and dissolve all these blocks and upsets that are still present in our relationship as a couple and as individuals. So, but there's a lot of ways to go about it. It's important that you find the ones that feel good to you, that make sense to you, and that you can sustainably put into practice to help you not only find that place within yourself, but also sustain that space of building trust with yourself again, deepening that connection with yourself, being present with your feelings and emotions, regardless of what is happening in your life. That's very, very important. So that's the second tip. Find spiritual practices that help you move through the challenges of the twin flame journey, because this journey is not exempt of its own challenges, like life itself. So find tools that help you. And the third one, which is a little connected already with the first tip, is focus on your personal growth. What are your goals? What are your dreams? What are your desires? Is there anything that you wanted to dedicate yourself throughout your life that you have put aside believing you couldn't do it? There wasn't even time or space to do so. If the answer to this question is yes, reconnect to that part and start looking into how you can start incorporating this in a friendly manner into your everyday routine, and this will help a lot in attracting your twin flame. This is actually how it worked for me. I started focusing on what my life purpose was, and my twin flame appeared under my nose, and here we are. 3 years later, we are married and in harmonious union. It was possible for me, it can be possible for you too, provided that you apply certain steps that will get you there. So, as you can see, this is not an unsurmountable mountain. This is not something unachievable. Union is possible. It's possible in this lifetime. We just need to know how to navigate the journey, how to support ourselves through the process of coming into union, and learn how to work as one with our twin flames rather than against each other, which is again one of the major challenges that we all must move through, so that we can learn how to really have a very beautiful connection, a very beautiful and loving relationship where your twin flame actually wants to be a part of your life rather than away from you. If you require more support, if you would like to know how it's like to work with me as your ascension coach, do reach out. We have an introductory session half off, and be on the lookout. We are about to launch a very special workshop for you. I'll be holding this at the end of the month of July. I will be leaving the links and the information below in the next video so that you can sign up. And it's a workshop designed to help you unlock your harmonious twin flame union, that you can enjoy having a very beautiful life together with your divine masculine. So thank you for watching, and we'll see each other on the next videos.